Hello everyone. In this lecture, we will see the concept of backpropagation. So before this, we have seen that what is meant by neural networks and what is the basic intention behind neural network. Then how neural networks are formed and how the things are going to calculate means how we have to calculate the things with the neural networks, for what purpose it is basically used. These all things we have already seen in our previous videos. So backpropagation is the algorithm which is exactly opposite with the feed forward mechanism. So before this we have seen feed forward mechanism. So I will briefly again explain what is mean by feed forward. So you are see here one diagram it is there. So x1 and x2 are the inputs. H1, H2 is the hidden layer where two hidden nodes are there, and O1 and O2 are the outputs. So we are providing values for x1, x2, that is inputs. Then we are providing weights for the every input for every hidden layer and weights from every hidden layer to output layer. And on the basis of that, values of output we are going to calculate, and that values are 0.01 and 0.99. So when we are going from x1, x2 means input to output, this mechanism is known as feed forward mechanism. And by considering this, when we are doing the process reversely or exactly opposite to feed forward mechanism, so that is considered as a back propagation. Means here you have to go from the output layer to the input layer by adjusting some weights. So what is the basic intention behind this? Why to perform this task? So the thing is, now by using feed forward mechanism, when we have considered all these things and calculated some outputs like output 1 and output 2, then now here weights are given. And when we are going to calculate output values by using feed forward mechanism, and if there comes some error between our output and their output, means whatever output they have given and whatever output we are calculating by using the formula, if we are getting some error in them, so we have to do the back propagation. Means what we have to do, we have to uh, calculate the things and we have to reach to some extent or that point where we will be getting the values of output like 0.01 and 0.99. For that, we have to adjust weights of previous nodes or weights of previous hidden layers. And by adjusting these weights, you can again achieve output values they have given. Again, you have to perform feed forward mechanism and just you have to check whether it is possible to reach at their output or not. So there are some applications where this algorithm is basically used, and the basic intention behind this algorithm is, so backpropagation learning is similar to the perceptron learning algorithm, and here we want to compute the input examples output with forward pass through the network. Means whole network we have to consider. We have to consider the input nodes, we have to consider the hidden nodes, and then we have to calculate the values and we have to reach the output values they have given. So if the output matches the label, we don't do anything. Means no need to do anything like back propagation. If the output does not match the label, we need to adjust the weights on the connections in the neural network. Like to illustrate general neural network learning, there might present some pseudocode for it. The key is to distribute the blame for the error and divide it between the contributing weights. With the perceptron learning algorithm, It is easy because there is only one weight per input to influence the output value. So with feed-forward multilayer network, learning algorithm have a bigger challenge. There are many weights connecting to each input to the output, so it becomes more difficult. Each weight contributes to more than one output, so our learning algorithm must be more clever. Backpropagation is a pragmatic approach to divide the contribution of error of each weight. It is similar to the perceptron learning algorithm. With backpropagation, we are trying to minimize the error between the label output associated with the training input and the value generated from the network output. So this is the basic intention behind the algorithm of backpropagation. It is somewhat difficult or a complicated algorithm to calculate the values for every node and to adjust the weights for the nodes or weights for the inputs going from input layer to the hidden layer or hidden layer to the output layer. But still we have to perform this to achieve our target. And when once we have done code for it, or once we have once we have written the some pseudocode for it, so it is not difficult to enter the values and calculate it again and again, so that our learning algorithm should be clever and it will directly calculate the values by using the past history also. So we will go for the example of backpropagation. So here is the example given. We are having two input nodes that are x1 and x2, and weights given to it are 0.05 and 0.10 respectively. Then x1 is going to h1 also, h2 also, along with the weights like 0.15 and 0.25. x2 is again going for h1 and h2 along with the weights 0.20 and 0.30. So for everyone we have given the names w1, w2, w3 and w4. Like from x1 w1 and w3 is going, and from x2 w2 and w4 is going. Then from h1 w5 and w7 are going for output 1 and output 2, and from h2 w6 and w8 are going for output 1 and output 2 along with its weights. And by using all these things, we are calculating the values for output, like 0.01 is for output 1 and 0.99 is for output 2. Now, you all know that B1 and B2 are the bias values. Bias are the minimum errors we have to consider while considering the mechanism, that there might be some error, and that errors are defined already here. B1 value is 0.35 and B2's value is 0.60. So all these things are already given to you. Now just you have to check whether all the values are working properly or not by using simple formulas that we have already used in our previous lectures also. And if that values are not matching with 0.01 and 0.99, then you have to go for the back propagation. Means you have to go from O1 to H1, O1 to H2, O2 to H1 and O2 to H2. Then H1 to X1 and H1 to X2, H2 to X1 and H2 to X2. So this mechanism is known as the back propagation. So we will start with it. So the first thing is just apply feed forward mechanism first. See, for H1, for hidden node 1, you have to consider the value for input and how it is calculated. So W1 into X1 plus W2 into X2 means whatever the inputs coming to H1, that values you have to consider with its weight, and then you have to add the value for bias with it. So the calculation will be 0.377. Now value going from H1, that you have to calculate by using the sigmoid function, and sigmoid function is 1 divided by 1 plus e raised to minus h1 in. Minus h1 in's value you have just calculated, just put the values, you will be getting the value like 0.5932. Similarly for H2, W3 and W4 are coming from X1 and X2. Consider it by along with its weights, consider the bias, and again calculate the H2 out by using the sigmoid function. Now same you have to do for O1 out and O2 out. Uh, First O1 in and O2 in you have to consider. For that you have to consider H1 out, because we have calculated H1 out and H2 out with it, and it will go with the W5 and W6, and B2 bias you have to consider here. Then O1 out you have to calculate by using sigmoid function. Similarly O2 in you have to consider, and then O2 out you have to calculate. Now see what values you are getting here. So O1 out and O2 out are the values. 0.75 7513 is the value for O1 out, and 0.7728 is the value for O2 out. So these are the values coming out from the neural network. Now they have given values like 0.01 and 0.99, and values calculated by us are different. Now for that you have to calculate the total difference between the target output and actual output. So actual output is whatever we have calculated, and target output is whatever they have given to us. So first O1's error you have to calculate. So that is 1 divided by 2, and the target output minus actual output, and 0.274 will be the value. Similarly for output 2, error for output 2 you have to calculate, and then add both these values, so you will be getting the total value of error. So this much error is now you are getting, that 0.2983 is the total error you are getting from this neural network. Now we have considered bias also, that some error should be there, or error might be there. So these things we have calculated. Now the thing is, whatever output they have given, that is target output, and whatever output we have calculated, that is actual output. So there is some error between that, and now to minimize that error or to remove that error, we have to do the backpropagation. Now we have to do backpropagation to change the weights of different inputs, and we have to go from output layer to hidden layer, and hidden layer to input layer. That I have already explained. Now you have to work reverse. See, first you have to consider O1. So this is the simple diagram I have drawn here, so that it will be simplified. So net output 1, and whatever output 1 we have calculated, and whatever error we have generated. So whatever inputs coming to O1 and whatever error generating by O1. So by considering this, they have given one chain rule, that total error divided by output coming from O1, then output coming from O1 to net O1, and net O1 to W5. So this is only for W5, means to adjust the weight of W5. So when you have to adjust the weight for W6, wherever you have written here W5, that place you have to write the W6. So this is the chain rule they have followed. Now for everything, means for this we have to calculate the value, for this we have to calculate the value, for this also we have to calculate the value. For everything they have given the formula to calculate derivative of E total with respect to W5, we have to follow this chain rule. Then to calculate the derivative of E total error from output 1, or with respect to output 1, you have to write the formula that out O1 minus target O1. And for everything now you have calculated the value, just put the values, then you will be getting these values. And so all the values you are getting, just put it into the formula, and then you will be getting the value of W5 will be 0.3506. Now W5 star we have written here. So star in the sense adjusted weight. Now this is for W5 only. Same thing you have to do for W6. See here we have calculated the adjusted weight of W6. Then for W7, see we have calculated the weight of W7. Then W8, we are having the value. Now we have completed with O1 and O2. Now you have to go for H1 and H2. For H1, we are means inputs are coming like W1 and W2. Now whole things you have to do for W1 and then W2. So you will be getting the adjusted weights of W1 and W2. Then consider W3 and W4. So you will be getting the adjusted weights of W3 and W4. Same formulas we have to use for everything. Just the thing is, or just we have to concentrate on the values which we have calculated previously and how we are going to apply the chain rule for it and how we are placing the values in perfect manner, so that calculation is very simple thing. Just we have to keep in mind that the values should be proper in proper place. So you will be getting the value of W3 and W4. So these are the adjusted weights. Now again we have to repeat the task that we have to calculate O1 out and O2 out. Then how it is calculated? So H1 in and H1 out you have to calculate by using that simple previous formulas, and H2 in, H2 out, again O1 in, out, O1 out, and O2 in, O2 out. So whatever the things we have done before going for the back propagation, that things again you have to repeat here, and then you will be getting the values of O1 out and O2 out are 0.74 and 0.77. Now the thing is, by doing all these things, whatever weights you have reduced are these weights. Means you have to achieve the values like 0.01 and 0.99, and still by doing a complete step of back propagation, you will be getting the values like 0.74 and 0.77, and whatever the actual output values are there, that values are C 0.75, 0.7513 and 0.7728. So these are the actual values, and by doing back propagation, we have got the values for O1 out and O2 out are 0.74 and 0.77. So what it means, just in some points we have reduced the weights of every input coming from one node to another node. Now you have to do these steps again and again until and unless you will be getting the values of output like 0.01 and 0.99. That values you have to achieve, and for that only you have to do the back propagation again and again. So in only one step it will not possible to adjust all the weights and to reach to the perfect destination. So this is simple process of back propagation, and for a single algorithm or single example, you might have to do back propagation 10 times, 15 times, 20 times. So the thing is, once you have written code for all these things, you will repeat that code again and again until and unless you will be getting the output values whatever you want to achieve. So this is the basic logic behind back propagation. In exam, they will not ask you explain the example of back propagation, but they will surely ask you what is the algorithm for the back propagation. So the algorithm is, just check the weights, apply feed forward mechanism, and then if there is a difference between the actual output and target output, do back propagation. So back propagation means to adjust the weights coming from different input nodes to the output node. So that weights you have to adjust. So this is the basic and simple back propagation algorithm. Thank you.